Hi, welcome back to Jane's Brain Space. In my last video, I showed you all something I was creating called the flock. In that video, I showed you I would say, if they were a show, because I'm going to use show as logic, they'd be the main characters, or at least it would revolve around them. Sorry, I got a message. So in this video, I'm going to show you two characters I created, which if they were in a show would mostly be seen. And I'm very proud of how both of them turned out. Even though I had trouble with the second one, I did drew when I finally knew how to do it correctly. I'm also currently standing instead of kneeling because there is no room for me on my floor. So, let's go. You can actually see that really well. This is Catherine Westbrook, also nickname is Kitty. Kitty is a character that my best friend Maddie drew as a human cat girl, and I animalified her. When you're a creator like me, you make a lot of random words. So Kitty is a lounge singer, which I had to look up what a lounge singer is because I had the idea, but I didn't really know what exactly a lounge singer was. Over. Can't tell if you saw. Okay, you just saw my arm, okay. A little detail with the eyes. For the lambs, theirs were more like you probably seen what like a goat or a lamb eye looks like. They're more horizontal than going vertical, and I finally remember I actually remember that off the top of my head. I didn't even have to think about it. Well, and I know cats probably don't, I don't know, we have like one cat and we never see her. And I'm not sure if cats normally have their pupils like slits. I think that's when light is shown in them, but I put slits in her eyes because it looks adorable. Kitty is a calico cat. Yep, Kitty is a calico cat, and I had a lot of fun with her fur design. She has stripes all over her body because I looked up what a cat looks like in real life, and there's a bunch of stripes. And I'm not sure how half of these characters have hair or something that defines as hair, but it's Jenny logic. So, or the flock logic, I should mostly say. Toe beans. I gave her toe beans. Of course, she wouldn't wear this constantly because, I mean, you wouldn't want to wear something like that just 24 hours. Maddie did send me of what her casual wear looks like, but I haven't drawn that yet, so I gotta work on that. And I'm not sure that's what microphones look like of what I'm going with, but it looks cool, so I'm gonna ignore that. And if the flock was a show, Kitty and Black would be dating because yes. Kitty would be okay, time for height. Kitty is taller than Black because I suck at like defining height with feet and inches. I'm not that great at it. But I do know for the flock, Gray would definitely be like the tallest like for a lamb. Cuz I feel like a lot of lambs are more in like the medium short range. And Black and I would be almost the same height. I'm not sure how a cat has a tattoo on fur, but again, Jenny logic. Actually, when I was younger, I used to draw stripes more like thick triangles, and when I think about it, That was really bad. That was a really bad idea. But I was little. And I did more free movements with the stripes. I had fun drawing Kitty, and I hope I can draw her casually. Now, before I show you the other one I created, I'm going to show you the rough sketch of them because when I tried to draw them, I did not know how to draw that day. So, this still looks bad. I don't know why I didn't delete it yet, but I may just keep it. I'm not sure. So, I'm just going to explain about what happened. So, before I actually did draw them, I had the idea of them being a frog bartender. But when I first tried to draw them, I did not know how to draw a frog head in my style. That was a bit hard. So then I tried to switch it to something a bit more simpler, that was supposed to be simpler to draw, a koi fish, because I wanted to be like aquatic or something. And as you can tell, I kind of failed. So I failed at that, but thankfully I was able to actually draw a frog head in my style the way I technically wanted it. So let's go check that out. First, I forgot to show the video. I keep forgetting to do this. I think I had trouble with a carrier just bumped the thing. I had a little bit of I think I had trouble with the other arm a bit. I was trying to make her hold the mic, but then it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so I kind of got rid of that idea and I just had her hand out. It was also going to look like that, but then I also didn't like that because of the perspective. And how I drew the arm was going a little bit weird too, because again, perspective. I am very proud of how I drew her paw or / hand. I think I had fun with her because I got to make her fuzzy. So there's probably a reason. Why does Kitty have a nose while the lambs didn't have noses? Well, technically they did. The little round arch would be their nose, technically, because if you look at a sheep, they have those kind of noses. And I wanted to add a triangle because if I didn't, she would look very weird without one. My neck is hurting because I'm making sure that you can hear me. So I'm kind of crouching with my neck down in a kind of uncomfortable position. Up there's the picture I used. Well, I did that for colors. And that was falling asleep. At first, I was going to make the, I don't remember what it's called, the white part of her eyes, like, colored as well. Because if you've seen a cat, their eyes are big. But it looked a little weird when I did that, so I just made them white again. That took 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 17 seconds. Now, onto the other character I drew. Ooh, you can pick up that really well, actually. I don't exactly have a great placeholder name for them, so I'm just gonna call them Finn, because as much as I love to say frog bartender, it sounds weird. So this is what I was having trouble with. It was a frog head, but somehow I was able to draw correctly. Finn species is a poison. I said poison with a weird accent or something. A poison dart frog, and I got inspiration by, I don't remember which ones, but I had 2 different poison dart frogs based off. So they would be very rainbowy and colorful, as you can tell. And when I had an idea, I was like, they're gonna get a mohawk because I said so, and they look awesome. I guess for amphibians and sea creatures, their hair would be more like fin like. I added piercing because I'm not sure why. I just thought it was a cool design, and since the pictures I based them off, their eyes were mostly black, so and it really has looked together. It looks even cooler. So I'm gonna zoom in on the arms. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Their arms are more on the blue side, and if you've seen my short, the flock, and me explaining what some of the what their world would technically look like and what the hands look like, you might remember that for amphibian, their hands are like more like kind of claw-like with webs because when I did first try to draw them, I did try to make it look like more frog-like, but then it just turned out weird. And I know frogs don't technically have fins on their arms, but I thought that it looks cool. And these look like tattoos, if I'm being honest, and that wraps up their personality even better. Excuse me. Finn is what I think for the flock is mostly in their mob. It's mostly them. I feel like they don't have a lot of other members, but they do have a lot of people working for them. And the main reason why is white lamb. I explained in the last video that I said white man, dang it. White lamb is a con man, but I also forgot to say that he will, I should explain. He will make you lose all your money because no one has been white lamb yet. And Finn was one of the unlucky few who gambled with his luck. And now he's in debt to work as a bartender for the flock. They sarcastic, tired, and regret/hate their life choices. I just love the personality I gave them. It's so. So I actually didn't. The reason I didn't actually draw like the full body of what Finn looks like. I only drew this, but this is probably a good thing. Then I can just figure out. It's just his like legs and stuff. That's gonna be easy, hopefully. So I was also, and if you can't tell because there's a very loud car. If you can't tell, jeez Louise. I can still hear it. If you can't really tell because the line can be very weird, they're saying what's your poison, not literally. They don't actually. Well, maybe they don't actually want to poison anyone. It's more like saying, "What would you like to drink?" And I actually thought of this phrase because poison dart frogs they're poison to touch, which explains why predators won't eat them because of their poisonous. Because their colors reflect that they are poisonous. So I thought that would also be cool. This took a while. I even had to look up what a bar looks like just so I can get it correctly. And there are bottles behind them, but I didn't add so many because I was sort of done and I wanted to kind of get the background over with because I mostly draw characters and not backgrounds. So backgrounds can be challenging and a bit annoying at times for me. That was one of the frogs. I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna make them a cool blue poison dart frog. But then I was like, wait a minute. Then I remembered I had with they would look like as like a more warm color, but then I was like, I want to combine them because I can do what I want. I had trouble with their head and their pose of what they were going to do, but I finally figured it out. Yeah, I had a lot. I probably why I had so much trouble. I had so much, but then I finally, again, the head was so hard, especially near the eyes. But I finally did it. Then I pulled up the hands because cause I haven't. The only one I've drawn are hooves and paws. I haven't drawn what actual I think lead would look like. I'm having fun drawing these characters a lot. So I just like drew like one paw, then duplicate it and put in different spots just so to save time. See, sometimes this thing is like, oh, we can stay awake for a long time. And other times it's like 3 minutes. Oh, we're gonna go to sleep. Sometimes I forget that I can just color the whole thing in the whole background in a certain color. I forget that. That took 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 18 seconds. I hope you enjoyed Kitty and Finn, and I'll see you soon.